What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video, and today, after over 100 videos here on the channel, I'm going to tell you the story of how I went vegan as a bodybuilder. I used to follow the traditional bodybuilding diet with tons and tons and tons of meat, but then I changed overnight. So I started working out when I was about 16 years old. Now, I live in a countryside of Portugal and there were no gyms around at the time. So I just started working out at home, doing lots of push-ups, lots of abs, lots of running. I wasn't really fat back then, I wasn't really too skinny. I kind of had the typical soccer body because we grew up playing soccer, but I always wanted to build more muscle. Since I was a little kid, I always remember that I thought, when I grow up, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna lift some weights, I'm gonna get jacked. So when I got to 16 years old, that's what I started doing. Then I started buying some more equipment to train at home. I got some dumbbells, barbell, weights, and right now I have a pretty decent home gym. I don't work out at home anymore, but I have that option. And I started really getting into bodybuilding. All I did on my free time, which was a lot, was play video games or research about nutrition and bodybuilding, how to get abs. I was obsessed with getting abs for some reason, and I started coming across a lot of information online, on the forums, on the most popular magazines and all of that, which now I know it's really not the best information out there, but that's what I did, and I started following the typical bodybuilding diet. That would be, I would have for my meals rice, pasta or potatoes. I would have either lots of meat or fish and some vegetables. This was pretty much it, which is not that bad, but the meat part was usually around half a kilo or 1 pound a day, which for someone who weighed 55 to 60 kilos back then probably wasn't the best idea. Even today that would be too much protein. My diet was really high in animal products, and I even had whey protein on top of that and yogurts and all of that, so it was really high on animal products. But on the other side, I completely cut off my diet, all the junk food, all the fried food and all the sweets, and I thought I had a really healthy diet. By the way, if you want to see my experience cutting out all the junk food of my diet, go check out my videos here of how I went 2 years with no junk food. Now, 2 years passed since I got into this diet and got into bodybuilding. I was seeing great results. I had a couple injuries training at home, learning everything from myself because I never knew anyone who worked out, but I was getting some results and I felt healthy. I was the healthiest person that I knew. I didn't eat any junk food. But then when I was 19 years old, I was in college already. I was working out at a gym already. One day, just because, I came across a video on YouTube when I was researching, and it was a talk from Dr. Michael, the talk Food as Medicine, Preventing and Treating the Most Common Diseases with Diet. Now, on this talk, which is a very scientific talk, Dr. Greger explains that of the top 15 most common diseases, a lot of them can be prevented and some even reversed with a whole foods plant-based diet. Now, that's a diet with no animal products and with no processed products, okay? And that made me think a lot, because I thought I was super healthy back then. I was the healthiest person that I knew, so I thought, but I was eating half a kilo of meat a day. I was eating a lot of meat, and in that talk he says that yeah, you can get away with little pieces of meat here and that obviously, but in large quantities meat and animal products really aren't healthy, and that's what the science shows. Now, there would be no reason for this to be news to me, because, well, pretty much every recommendation from every country says to eat less meat than what I was eating, okay? But still, I never really thought about it. I always thought that meat was really healthy. And this, for the first time, made me question my choices. Because the science was pretty clear, and I did a little bit more research after it. And I started to think, wait, we don't really need meat to survive and to be healthy and to build muscle. At the time, I already followed a vegan bodybuilder on YouTube, which was John Venus, but I never really considered going vegan. And I started thinking, wait, we don't need meat to be healthy. So why are we killing all of these animals? Because I always considered myself an animal lover. And I was like, wait, if we don't need them, why are we doing all of this? Why are we killing all the animals? And I always consider myself an environmentalist as well. And by this time I had already seen the documentary Cowspiracy, which shows the impact of animal agriculture on the planet. And I was like, wait. So, not only we don't need this to survive, to be healthy, a lot of this will make us sick. We are killing all of these animals, and we are destroying the planet. For what? For something that is actually killing us? Oh my god, that makes absolutely no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. And it was at this time that I realized that I really had to stop eating meat. So I usually say that I'm a logical vegan. I went vegan because of logic. I couldn't come up with one single argument to justify eating meat. And I have a law degree, I was on the debate club, I did a lot of debating competitions and all of that, and I couldn't come up with an actual argument, a logical argument, not an emotional one, but a logical argument. And yeah, I usually say that this was kind of an epiphany, and that's how I went vegan. On that day I still ate meat. On the next day I still ate meat and fish, and I felt awful, both physically and mentally. So I decided, well, that's it, I'm gonna have to stop eating meat. But that wasn't it, because I knew that 6 days after I had this epiphany, I would have to go to a military base, because here in Portugal, when you turn 18 or 19, you have to go to a military base for 1 day just to see things around, for them to show you. We call it the National Defense Day, and usually people would go and enlist themselves because it was mandatory, but now it isn't. So we just go for 1 day there, and we have to eat there. And I thought, okay, I'm not gonna eat any meat until that day. On that day, I'm gonna eat whatever it's on the menu, and I'm never gonna eat meat or any animal product ever in my life. And now that I look back, I was like, yes, I wanna go vegan, but I don't wanna deal with the social pressure of being vegan. So this is gonna be my only social event. I have nothing else planned. So yeah, I'm not gonna eat meat until then, and then I'm gonna eat meat one more time and I'm done. Well, turns out I didn't eat any meat during that week until that day. When I got to the military base, the food was awful. Really awful. I mean, they were mixing all kinds of meat, cooked meat, like boiled. I always hated boiled meat, and they made like there was pork, there was beef, all cut up in chunks, and it was disgusting. I tried eating it. I ate like 3 pieces of beef and I felt nauseated, so I stopped. For the first time ever, I left food on my plate that wasn't normal. I just really couldn't eat it. I ate the potatoes and that was it. And it became really clear to me, I can't eat this anymore. 4 years and 5 months have passed, and I'm still here, never having eaten animal products again. And it's been an amazing journey so far. Now, I really want you to take a moment and think about this, because I think about this all the time. If for some reason YouTube didn't recommend me that one video, if for some reason I didn't click on it, I wouldn't be vegan today. I had never thought about being vegan. I never knew a single vegan before going vegan, so that wasn't really on my head. I was more on the side of a meathead, to be honest. So it's just funny how life works sometimes. If it wasn't for that single moment, my life would be absolutely different right now. If it wasn't for that moment, I would have never started posting on social media and building a following here on this channel, on my Instagram page and on my Portuguese channel. I would have never gotten the opportunity to travel the country giving lectures. I would have never written my book. I would have never met so many people that are a part of my life now. I would have never been sponsored by Viva Life. I would have never gone to VegFest to meet all the vegan influencers. And most importantly, I would have never run for parliament. Because if you don't know, I ran for parliament here in Portugal last year. I represented the People, Animals, Nature party, and I was running for the district of Braga, which is the third biggest district here in Portugal. We weren't able to elect on this district, but we already have 4 MPs on the parliament. It's been an amazing journey. Just think about it. If it wasn't for that single moment, that one single event, my life would have been completely different. I have no idea where I would be right now, what I would be doing, and yeah, it's just amazing. Oh, by the way, I wouldn't have chosen the master thesis that I'm doing. Yeah, just all my life, when I look back for the past 4 years, is derived from that one single moment, from that one single click, and from that epiphany that I had 4.5 years ago.